Entire time. Am I on the air yet? No, I'm not actually.
I don't see it.
I don't see me either, bro. I mean, I see me in this reflection right now, but other than that, I don't see me at all. I'm like John Cena right now. You remember that? You remember John Cena from like back in the day? Ooh, I got a viewer. Is it Ross by chance?
Nah.
2 viewers. Oh my god.
There you are.
There I am. 5 viewers. Oh, you know what that means? It means that it's time for me to start the show.
Means we live.
We are live. We are back. It is finally fall, y'all. The best time of the year. It's football season. You feel it in the air?
Yeah.
Have you noticed the temperature just completely drop
Yeah.
in these last few weeks? Yeah.
It's almost like the reminder of football.
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 Football. It's back. Labor Day weekend is upon us.
Let's go.
Week 1 of the 2019 Washington County Flag Football fall season. So, Ross,
Yes,
I have to ask, how was
sir.
your summer?
It's been action packed.
Action-packed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Been all around the circuit a little bit, right?
Yeah, I've been traveling. I've been playing a little bit of football.
Yeah?
Coaching a little bit of kids football. It's been pretty much, dude, it's pretty much all football. All the time.
24/7? Living the life.
365.
Hell yeah, man. That's what we're all about here at Blunt Talk. The greatest game in the world, football.
Football.
And let me tell you, whether it's NFL, college, or flag, I'm ready.
Right.
The next 6 months from here until Nationals in the case of flag football, into the Super Bowl for tackle football is going to be legit.
Right.
But let's start it out by talking about the Washington County Flag Football League. Last season, I had to say, the one thing I said coming out of that season was how lopsided I felt like things were. But by the end of the season, I felt like the gap might have been closed a little bit. I mean, you guys, after all, almost did beat Adrenaline Rush in that playoff game.
It's a close game.
It was a very close game. It was one of those that makes you wonder, can they be beaten?
I think it was better than the actual championship game.
I think it was the real championship game, honestly. Looking back, it was a real championship game to me. And looking back, it's even crazier. I spent the last week or so editing those videos I posted this week. The X-Dogs Broad X game, Spartans Knights. Those were from the last day we were at Marty Snook. Both of those games.
Back at Marty Snook.
We're back.
Man.
We're home. We're finally here.
Back
The
at Marty
50th
Snook.
fall season is going to be spent where we've in the one place that might as well be considered our field. I mean, let's think about it. We've had it for how long now? Since 1993, 92?
It's the true home of Washington County flag football.
It really is. In the fall season, we belong in Marty Snook. I always said it didn't feel right in North last year. And I'll tell you, the road trip was nice.
By the end of the season, I'll probably be wearing sweatpants and a beanie.
Hey, that's Marty Snook weather.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's going to be great. But let's start out our show with a quick look at the preseason power rankings.
All right.
Starting out, number 9 in the preseason power rankings is a team that is an old team, actually. They're not new, per se. We knew about the Spartans many years ago in the Washington County Flag Football League. They were a team that was originally called Food Lion. They were on the up and up in the beginning. They actually, in that fall of 16 season, finished with a near-winning record. But they just couldn't finish the B-Bracket Championship game, falling short to Ruckus, who after that game, their whole franchise turned around. And for the Spartans, they never seemed to recover from that game. The next season, they won about 3 games, got to the B-Bracket Championship, lost again. This time to Top Gun. The next fall, they only won 2 games. They were only averaging 5 points per game entering that B bracket playoff. 5. Then they put up 25 on program, stunned them, but Andy Hoffman stepping in their way. Red Knights dismantled them in the championship game, 32-12, and that was the last time we saw the Spartans. Well, it wasn't the last time we saw their jerseys. That was last year when Doom Squad wore them against Adrenaline Rush. Oh boy! Happy 1 year anniversary to that game. That's available on the Washington County Flag Football page for viewing for those of you who love.
One day I'm gonna get bored. And I'm gonna watch that game.
Yeah.
Just truly, I don't think I was there to see it. I don't think I've actually ever witnessed it.
It was something to see.
But I did witness Doom Squad with a Warrior. Well, there was a Warriors jersey out there playing for them.
Oh, the Broadaxe game.
Yeah.
Also on the county page, Broadaxe Doom Squad.
That's my true experience with Doom Squad, other than what I heard of what happened. But I don't think I've ever really watched the game. One of these days, I'm going to get bored enough to watch that game.
Go back and watch it. It's worth watching. But go back and also check out that classic Spartans game against the Red Knights. Also worth watching. Because the Spartans, like I said, they were a team that was always putting up a fight. They got to the B-Bracket Championship 3 straight years in a row, but ultimately didn't succeed. And the question is it going to be different this time around? Right now, we don't know. All I know about the Spartans is that they have a bunch of guys from West Virginia. Some of them were former teammates of mine on the West Virginia Ducks a little way back. And on top of that, they have no offensive line from what I've heard. They got Aloisi.
Yeah, Sean. They got a couple.
Sean Taylor, I think, is on that team, right? I don't know. I thought already he was on Brunswick on the post earlier. I don't know. I can't keep up with you guys. You guys move a little too fast for me. Maybe I misunderstood that post.
Yeah, no, Sean Taylor's playing with Spartans.
He's with Spartans? Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I know they had the line issue, that whole drama that, I don't know, that escalated pretty quickly.
Still questionable.
Still very questionable. They're still seeking out linemen at last check. So it's going to be a wonder of what this team's going to look like. But I'll tell you, Don Brown is a smart enough football mind
Never know.
that he could pull out some magic with this team, and I feel like they could sneak a few wins. But for the moment, I feel like they're number 9, which that's not an insult, but you guys haven't been around in almost 2 years. The last time they were in, they missed out on all 3 seasons away from Snook.
Yeah.
The league changed
That's
since the fall of 17.
Yeah, that's a golden rule. They have to be number 9.
They're going to be number 9.
Preseason rankings, they have to be number 9.
You should definitely come up, Kent. I would love to see you up there Saturday. Number 8, Brunswick.
Well, I might not see any from it.
Brunswick, because of the fact that the Spartans are a new team. Yeah, Brunswick has not won a game in a year, but the Spartans have won a game in 2 years. There's a team with a longer losing span than Brunswick, and it's the Spartans.
It's kind of a totally different Spartans. Yeah.
It's a totally different Spartans, but until I see otherwise, right now, I got the Railroaders above them,
Yeah,
or Brunswick, or whatever they're being called right now.
Railroader. Brunswick Railroaders. You have to put them in number 8.
I got them at 8. I feel like this team this year has their best shot at being good. They're going to have Ian Fisher. They're going to have the squad together. You're going to see more of the chemistry that we saw with their tackle team. I feel like with that combination and the improvement they showed in that playoff game against Ruckus,
Right.
Brunswick could surprise a few people this year. I'm not going to say they're going to be a world beater, but I think Brunswick snaps the streak this year.
It's going to be the best Railroaders team, flag team to date.
I think they can sneak a few wins, to be
That's for
honest.
sure. Yeah.
They're definitely in a position where they can surprise a few teams.
Yeah.
But right now, they're number 8. Number 7, Red Knights. The Knights are... I don't know how to describe the Knights. They change every season. They seem like they're a different team every season. I mean, they keep the same core around, but they have different pieces come in and out. So we never know what we're getting with the Red Knights. We know they have Andy. That's for certain. So we know what we're getting with that. I've heard they have another pickup, too, which is intriguing. But I don't ever speak on those on air.
Always a rumor mill.
Oh, yeah. we got to be real. We're a high school some days. I hear a lot. I see a lot. But if they can get back to at least where they were when they won that B bracket title game last or 2 years ago, they could be a formidable team. But I don't see them making too much noise outside of that. Yeah, they did give Broadax some problems last year in 2 of the games they played them in. But other than that, I'm not so certain the Red Knights are going to be a standout. I feel like they can be up there with the Spartans and Brunswick. They can be the best of that group. But ultimately, it's all going to depend on how they look. And I feel like this first game they have against this next team is going to really define what season they're going to have. And that's Ruckus at number 6. Who's playing quarterback for this team? What happened to Steven Renner? 6-2 last spring. One of the second best quarterback percentage in the league on terms of wins.
Like you just said, man, River Mills. And I don't know.
I've seen a lot of Ryan Lockhart. I saw Lockhart in Shippensburg play QB for them against Team Blentalk. Saw him again with Broadax. So it's like, what's the quarterback situation? Do they have Renner? Is it going to be Lockhart? Is there a wild card in this? Does Scotty come into play? Because it is fall season. I don't know if Scotty's 100%, but Scotty tends to play in the fall.
That'd be interesting.
So the question becomes, what kind of team is Ruckus going to have? Because I feel like if they don't have quarterback play down, defense won't be enough to save them this season. They're vulnerable for a loss. I saw that last year against Brunswick, how close they dangerously were to losing to a team that was winless. You live streamed that game. You called that one, Rosser. They were close to losing to Brunswick. They should have lost to Brunswick, you can argue.
I didn't live stream that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You live streamed the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah. This man. Doesn't he remember his own game?
I remember Brunswick should have won that game.
You and Kyle Marshall called it in the booth.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did, didn't I? Up in the booth.
Mister, I have good recall.
I played after that, man.
I know, you were in the
I
zone.
wasn't too worried about that game, but you're right.
Watch and see.
Brunswick should have won that game, man.
Big facts.
Forward on that period.
Big facts. They definitely should have won that game. Number 5, ahead of Ruckus, is a team who also has quarterback questions that I wonder about. But, I'll give them props. They were better. I felt like they surpassed Ruckus a little bit last year. They did beat them with Steven Renner, and that's the program. A team who, if they can get the QB situation right, could be a threat again. That's the one thing about the program that has hurt them as quarterback play the last few seasons. Adam had that wonderful spring of last year. We can never forget how good that spring was. That was their best season. But what has happened since? I've seen a quarterback who's regressed. An offense that got really stale and it got really stale this spring.
What I've learned in this league is week 1 is always a toss-up.
No, that's big. That's true. And I feel like we'll get to that in predictions. But on terms of this game with the program, I'm not sure what they got. Whether it's going to be Ricky or Adam, or they're going to pull somebody else out. But they need a refresh on offense. That defense is fine. That defense can still ball. Don't get me wrong. I will not hate on that defense. But that offense needs better quarterback play. And right now, if they come into the fall with what they had with Adam toward the end of last year, it's hard to really see them being successful. But, if it's Ricky, I felt like Ricky gave him a spark in that doubleheader against Broadax and you guys.
Yeah.
They had Broadax on the ropes. It was 12-0 in the first half. They were jumped up on them. They should have won the game. They should have won that game. Program should have beaten Broadax that day, the same way they beat you guys. But they ultimately didn't. I feel like they're the number 5 team, though, right now. I got them better than Ruckus. I feel like if we were to have a game between Ricky Miller and Ryan Lockhart at quarterback, 1-on-1, I'm going to go with Ricky. If Ruckus could pull back Renner, though, I'm still not sold on Renner because with Renner right now, he's not 100% reliable. Where is Renner? Guess we'll find out. But as for the program, we'll find out what they got at QB. Number 4 is a team that last year made a comeback and got all the way to somewhere they belonged. The league championship. I'm talking about Broad Axe. Broad Axe is my number 4. You know why?
Huh.
No Kevin Clancy.
True that.
I've heard about their new quarterback. Somebody told me there's this guy. I don't know anything about him. They said he looks pretty good against the Spartans.
There's this guy that looked pretty good.
That's all I know. It's not Grable. It's not Murdiff.
It's not Murder. It's not Clancy.
It's not Zeke. It's not Mike. So the question is who this kid is and what's he going to do. I'm just naming quarterbacks they've used the last few seasons.
Tom Hoffman.
Hey, if Tom,
Wow.
you want Tom coming out of Q?
Tom came out there and took a snap at Q, threw a deep ball.
It's in his genetics to play quarterback. I think. I think it'd be wild if Tom, dude. If that happens, I would love to see that. Tom should come out of QB just one time. They should have Tivis snap the ball. I think it'd be perfect. No, have Tivis or Sean snap the ball. It'd be an awesome moment.
Wow.
I think it'd be wild. Tom, you should seriously do it this year. I'm going to pitch that to him like later on when we talk to him. But yeah, I think Broad Axe is number 4, but simply for the fact that they do got the pieces to win. I still feel like their core is a bit stronger than Ruckus and program currently. But I just wonder if the quarterback play is going to be there. If it's not there, it could be a long season for Broad Axe. Because I felt like that if they didn't have Kevin Clancy last year, they would have been worse off. I felt like that team was just without, like, don't get me wrong, they had playmakers, but it just, they had someone else at quarterback besides Clancy or Big Mike, so guys familiar with it. I'm not sure they would have won many games last year. But they made a run forward. They got to the championship. I just feel like, though, entering this season, they're the 4th team. Here's a team that you could argue is getting a little overhyped. But they never did last year, and I don't know what you guys are going to have this year. I'm really curious to see it myself. A lot of tricks that you had up your sleeve last season, Ross. I got to give you a lot of credit for that.
Are you talking about the Warriors now?
I'm talking about the Warriors, number 3 right now.
Number 3.
Their highest
I'll take
ranking
that.
yet.
I thought you put us at number 4 and Broad Axe at 3.
I
honestly.
thought about
I
it,
did.
but I'm going to give the lean to the Warriors at 3.
Why?
I feel like you guys, if you guys can bring together at least somewhat of the squad you had last season, entering playoffs again, you can make a run for it this time. Honestly, I feel like, and people might say this is dumb, but I felt like the biggest difference in that playoff game of ADR last year was that you guys didn't change strategy earlier. That earlier interception really hurt you guys.
Right.
And no insult to Snavely, I just felt like that game was almost too big for him at times, and that happens.
Right.
ADR is a tough opponent to draw, especially when you got, the pass rushers they have? My goodness gracious, that defense was on fire last year. If you guys can bring and keep the guys you had from last season, like Tyler, like Fox, like Foster and them, keep those additions in there and get the quarterback play down, you guys could really, really make a run.
Still have Polo.
Still have Polo too, yeah. That team played very inspired football last year.
Expect a lot of Polo this season.
Expect a lot of it this season.
Spoiler alert.
Put the league on notice? Okay. All right.
Spoiler alert.
But let me tell you, 5-3 after that 0-2 start. Those first 2 games were an anomaly after they happened.
Those first 2 games were totally different from the rest of the season, honestly.
And you guys last year did
They were
things
like-
you never did before. You beat Ruckus, you beat the program, you beat the Red Knights, and you almost shocked the world by beating ADR.
Right.
You were close to it. It was a tied game with 3 minutes to go.
We would have beat Broad Axe in the championship.
You think so?
I do believe so, but that's all hearsay anyway.
Okay, so you have Warriors over. So you would have Warriors over Broad Axe then in that championship.
Yeah, if it came down to that.
That would have been an interesting title game, to be honest. I would have loved to have
It
seen
would've been
that.
wild.
It would have been.
I think
The
Broad-
storylines alone
I
with
think
Tyler going against Broad
would've
Axe.
came out more fired up in the Wake if they maybe would have been playing the Warriors. To be honest with you.
They had a rough
It
game.
don't matter at this point. So
They had a rough game, and to be honest, Broad Axe did. But we'll see how they rebound. Sorry, we're signing to a message. But right now, I got Warriors 2 at number 3. Number 2, however,
we'll take it.
Number 2 is a champion of another league. A team who I felt like this spring looked like their best in years. And now, seeing their roster on their website and watching what he did playing for them in Shippensburg a couple of weeks ago, chilly to the X-Dogs is what I'm seeing. If that's a fact, how scary is that defensive line?
That's tough.
How scary.
That's tough.
That's very tough.
It's tough.
That has to be the strongest unit in this league. Am I wrong in saying that?
I have no argument for that.
I don't either. And if they had that trench down, they could really create some issues, especially with teams who struggle in the trenches on the offensive side.
And then you got Matty Ice.
Matty Ice on the other side, yeah.
They'll probably have, what, Ryan? I would assume Ryan Burns is playing offense for him too, right? Center?
Yes. I'm assuming he's there too. I think they're going to have full squad down there.
Yeah, I expect a full X-Dog squad. So.
And I think this X-Dog squad could be a dark horse going into the championship.
Cancer is a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I can tell you that from experience.
But I think...
Cancer is a son of a bitch.
But the thing is, it's odd. I say they're number...
Brady.
Kinsler, Brady, Chili.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Jutt too.
Jutt.
Your man.
I like Jutt.
I heard Alan Krem's playing for them.
Yep.
Is there any truth to that?
I'm sure he's on the defensive line somewhere in the names therefore mentioned.
Somewhere along the line. That's just rumor and hearsay, though.
Alan Chili Creme.
Is that who you think it is?
I believe so.
Well, if you figure it out, let me know. But I got X-Dogs number 2. This team is great in the trenches. Matt's smart in November. You don't want to play Matt in November.
Yep.
I feel like this team, if there's a team who I feel like could upset ADR in the championship scenario, it would be them.
Yep.
Let's keep an eye out because that's going to be interesting. Speaking of ADR, number 1 in the league, once again, when was the last time we did not have ADR at number 1 was the end of spring of 17. And that was, or 18 rather. That was when they lost to the affiliates. ADR since then has not lost a game. It's been a year since their last loss in the county. They ran through the fall. They ran through the spring. They haven't lost a regular season game since June 10th, 2017. That's a fact. It has been that long since they lost a regular season game. Can you name who it was?
AFL?
Program.
Program.
The program beat TMT 27-6 after they ended Broad Axe's 40-game win streak.
Yeah. You might as well look, man. You might as well compare the original TMT in this league to ADR now that you are doing Spartans to Spartans. Honestly, they're like that different.
They're different because they evolved from that. It's evolution, a natural one at that.
Right.
This Tri-State Spartans team is going to be is somewhat of evolution. I think Thad is the only person I know of returning from that old squad, though. Thad did play for them in 2017. But we'll see without it. But going back to ADR here, number 1.
Right. ADR is different than TMT, basically.
Oh, they
That's what I
evolved,
was
yeah.
trying to say.
Oh, no, I get you. Trust me. They don't like the acknowledgement. I get it. But it started there. Chris Boone has never lost a regular season game. The closest he came to losing one was the affiliate game where they won 12-7 in the spring of 18, the first game. Before he made that awesome game-winning touchdown pass to win it. Boom, man. Iconic play, iconic moment. I don't know what ADR is going to have, though. That's the biggest question I have. What is ADR going to bring? Because Brady's not going to be there. In fact, Brady, Kinsler, Chili, potentially. I don't know if that site, the website's accurate. Chili's on the roster. I'm going to assume he is. But if they have those 3 gone, does that not play against them suddenly? But let's be real about this. Chris Boone seemed to do pretty fine against them in Shippensburg earlier this month. He had no problem. Team Blunt Talk was pretty sweet in that tournament. But like I'm saying, ADR is number one. And I feel like the biggest question to them is, can they three-peat?
Let's get into matchups.
Actually, let's give some time for some reactions.
Are people commenting stuff?
We're getting comments.
Why can I not see any of them?
I don't know. Refresh it, Ross. You might have to do that, bud. Actually, let's do the schedule real quick before we go into call-ins.
There you go. You were right.
Starting out,
Marley's on here.
yeah, Marley's on there. See, all you do is refresh it, bro. All right, let's look at the schedule real quick. We're going to kick it off at 9 a.m. with Brunswick versus the Program. The Program leads this series 4-0. You ready for these results? 28-0, 21-0, 18-0, 23-0. In 4 games, the Program has outscored Brunswick 90-0. And that average is 22.5-0. So the Program has won all 3 games by 3 touchdowns, all 4 by 3 touchdowns, and all 4 were blowout, shutout losses. Brunswick has never scored on the Program. Ever.
I think that might change.
You think it might change? You think Ian Fisher gets revenge on his old team?
I think that might change.
Because that's a storyline going into this. Ian played for the Program at one point. People forget about that. I think that could be intriguing. We're going to keep an eye on that one. The 10:30 game, Broad Axe, X-Dogs. The rivalry is renewed. Listen to this. In the last decade, each have met in the league championship in 2009, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 17. 6 times in 10 years they've met for the title in the fall. X-Dogs won in 09, 20-19. X-Dogs beat Broad Axe 17-14 in 2011. Axe beat them 20-12 in 2012. Axe beat them 39-13 in 2013. Axe beat them again 27-6 in 2015. And the last time we were at Marty Snook, it was 28-19 in favor of Broad Axe. However, the X-Dogs eliminated Broad Axe from the playoffs last year, 23-12. And they entered on a 2-game winning streak against Broad Axe. In the last 10 meetings, it's 6-4 in favor of Broad Axe, but the X-Dogs, I feel like, have closed the gap on this rivalry a little bit. It's turned around from what it was a couple of years ago when Broad Axe was dominating. In the beginning, it was all X-Dogs. From the time the X-Dogs joined in 2008 till 2012, it was X-Dogs. But for 5 years, it was Broad Axe. Now the rivalry seems to be shifting back in favor of the X-Dogs. Question is, can Broad Axe take control again? We shall see. Noon kickoff. Somebody gets to do his own broadcast. You excited, Ross? Ross Collins will be live for the Tri-State Spartans versus the Red Knights at noon.
There's one thing for sure. We will know what down it is because I keep track of that while I'm doing live shows.
Good stuff. You have good recall. That helps.
100%. Other than that, I'll be talking a little bit of shit here and there. I'm kind of. I honestly think that's gonna be it is the most intriguing game.
I think so.
The most intriguing game of the day. I'll give it that.
I think so too because I don't know what the Spartans are going to fully look like. They may look like the 2017. They may look like the 2017 Ducks for all I know. As for the Red Knights, I don't know what they got, but I know what all they got is all they need. As for this matchup, 5-0 in favor of the Red Knights. 39-7 back in the spring of 16, the Knights beat them. 26-20 in the fall of 16. 19-15 in the spring of 17. 8-7 in the fall of 17. And the last time they met, 32-12 in the 17 B bracket championship game. Seems like the Spartans just can't get over the hump against the Red Knights. They get close. They're close, but they can't beat them. Albeit, last game wasn't close at all. That was a beatdown. That was 6-0 in the beginning, and then by the end of it, it was 32-12. But you look at those 3 other meetings in the middle, 6-4-1. They were close. If the Spartans were close to the Knights back then, could a better team under Don Brown beat them now? That remains the question. We shall see. Shortly after that, we get a second Red Knights game as they'll take on Ruckus at about 1:30 p.m. This is a rivalry game, Ross. Let's be real. This is the 16th meeting between these two teams.
That's like the underdog game of the. Wow, I totally even forgot Red Knights.
Red Knights and Ruckus.
That's a pretty wild game all in itself there, Jay.
I think that's going to be a very intriguing game.
Huh.
Especially because
I think everybody forgot there you can play.
what makes this game interesting is this is a tiebreaker game. This actually will break the tie between these two in terms of all-time series.
Really?
Yeah. Knights beat Ruckus 34-6 the first time they met in the fall of 14. They beat them again 18-6 that same fall. The next spring they beat them 23-6, 28-6. However, Ruckus finally beat them in the fall of 15 for the first time, 21-14. But after that, 20-10 in the spring of 16 in favor of the Knights, 13-7 Knights in the fall of 16. Something changed, though, after that game. Both franchises went in different directions. The Knights, who were one of the top franchises in the league, sunk down a little bit, while Ruckus made their way up. Since then, 15-6 Ruckus in the spring of 17, 24-6 Knights in the Ocean City Tournament, 20-12 Ruckus, spring 17 A bracket semifinals, 28-26 Ruckus, fall of 17, 13-13 tie in the Hagerstown City Tournament, 28-6 in the spring of 18 Ruckus, 26-14 in the fall of 18 Ruckus, and then last season 28-13 Ruckus. The Knights were 6-1 at one point in this series. They dominated Ruckus. It was one-sided. This was not a rivalry. This was the Red Knights beating down on Ruckus. Ever since then, 6-1 in favor of the Orangemen. And they haven't lost to them in league play since the fall of 2016. The only loss was in Ocean City, when they came down with a minimum squad.
Yes, I did.
They've met, and here's the crazy thing about this rivalry. The amount of places they played this game at. Marty Snook Park, South High, Northern Middle, Greencastle, Ocean City, Fairgrounds. These two have faced off in 6 different fields in the span of this 5-year rivalry. 6. They face off in 2 different states, 3 different cities. It just keeps going. As the league has evolved the last 5 years, one of the constants in it has been Ruckus Red Knights. And they're going to meet for the 16th time on Saturday. And I'll tell you, I'm excited. That's going to be a good one. Finally, we get to the final game. The game of the week. Number 3 Warriors. Number 1 Adrenaline Rush. This has been a lopsided series, though.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
5-0.
Yeah, no shit.
And it's crazy to think this is the game of the week.
Many of them actually have been, if you truly look at series and stuff. But yeah,
A lot of
lopsided. Way up there. Points scored against.
In fact, Ross, can you name
stuff.
who was the first team that ADR played? Who got the first taste of Winchester Bowl?
Are you going with TMT?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Warriors.
the Warriors in the fall,
Yeah.
in the spring of 17.
Yeah, and then Dane made his appearance on Washington County Flag Football League, and I told him that you played the Browns of the league at that point too.
I remember all the talk in the spring of 17.
Yeah, I hated that motherfucker back then. I've learned to love Dane.
But back then, not so
It's
much.
a love-hate thing. Anyway, yeah.
Looking at this one, 40-0 the first time you guys faced off in favor of
Correct.
ADR.
Correct.
52-14 in the fall of 17. 41-6 in the fall of 18. You guys actually did not play each other in the spring of 18, which is really weird to think about. Your best season at the time, you never faced ADR. And then it was 41-6 last fall, 34-3 in the spring. However, that semifinal game, you guys came out and punched them right in the mouth. You guys decked them. Like it was not, and that was a shocker. But you know what? At the end of the day,
Still got it done.
ADR got it done. They did what champions do. And they proved it. They were the best team. I feel like ultimately, this is going to be an interesting game.
It is.
Because
It is.
it's week 1. What better way to start week 1 than a rematch of the best playoff game from last season?
Andy really does do scheduling pretty well.
This is a good schedule. This is a fun schedule.
Gotta give credit where it's due.
I do give credit, indeed. But you guys threw a punch. You guys were fighting. You guys didn't quit. It was not the beatdown we saw of old between Warriors and ADR. You guys improved on it, and I feel like what you're going to bring to the table on Saturday could dictate your entire season, to be honest. I feel like this is an important game for both sides. Because if ADR comes out and loses to the Warriors, what's that say?
It'd be pretty wild.
And on the flip side of you guys, if you come out and beat them, what's that do for your locker room and your momentum? Suddenly the Warriors are a team to look out for. The stage is on you guys. Make it count. What do you think, Tom?
Number 4, Jody. What the fuck?
I knew it. I knew it was coming. I was reading the comments the whole time like he's not going to like it. That's a 15-yarder to start the game. Get Brian
Are we
Davis
on
out
Blunt
here.
Talk or are we on the league page?
We on my page, my personal page.
Ah,
It's all
then
good.
fuck your rankings, Joey. God damn it. This is
I love it.
horse shit.
I love it.
How do you fit in losing the championship game and then you get dropped to number 4?
I just don't like the quarterback situation, Tom. I'm a little nervous for you guys.
Why? What's our quarterback situation, Joey?
There's no Clancy. There's no Grable. There's no Mert. I've heard about this guy that the Spartans were telling me about. That's all I know about. That's all. That's it. Who is he?
What they
Can
tell
me
you?
more?
Tom Holton.
They say he was all right.
Hey, I just want to say that good quarterbacks fall in our lap. The football gods smile down on us from year to year, and we're blessed with another good one. He's young, but Joey, I'm telling you what, man, he's gonna be legit. I'm gonna tell you that.
So my question is, do you guys go back to the classic broad axe offense, the 3-piece system I used to call it, with Zeke, Big Mike, and Joey? Or do you got something else coming to the table this year? Because you guys haven't exactly been that offense in a while since at least since the Mert was there. You had a change up with TJ last year, of course. And in the spring, you had Kevin Clancy come in, and Clancy did excellent. And we did see some new guys come in and do well for you guys. Shout out to, what is his name? The one guy, the new guy they had last year. Kayvon Carter. Kayvon Carter, yeah. Shout out to him. He came in there and impressed me last season. What kind of offense can we expect from Broad Axe this season?
Yeah, probably the same. Just that big offensive line up front leading the way. That's all you got to worry about.
A lot of screens, a lot of downfield blocking.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll mix it up.
Hey, I love it, man. You guys are very creative. I'll give you that. When you guys didn't have Kevin in a playoff game against Red Knights, you came out with Big Mike in a triple option set, which was very unique to see. I was happy to see the option football again, especially in flag.
That was rough, man, because I knew Clancy was hurting. He wasn't. He was definitely under the weather. To get that message the night before, it was a oh shit moment. I had sent Big Mike a message to let him know that he was up. He never got it, so when I showed up in the parking lot, I said, "Hey, did you get my message?" He's like, "No, man. What are you talking about?" You know, so you find out as soon as you get there that you haven't played quarterback all spring long. Now you're the man up, and he got it done. I mean, the Red Knights were no slouch team last year. I mean, it's always a dogfight with them, and credit to Big Mike and the rest of our team for stepping up. Man, that seems like forever ago that happened, but and thank goodness we had Clancy back for the rest of the playoffs. But we got to a point where we were rolling there a little bit, and like I say, then he was sick that day and couldn't make it. But that was a you lose your quarterback. That's tough, man.
Yeah. And that's one reason I felt like you guys going in were a number 4 was losing that quarterback spot. And I was a little worried because I did feel like Clancy was a big part of you guys being successful last year. He came out there, he balled for you guys. He was the key piece you really needed. I couldn't imagine the season without him. I do feel like you guys would have been able to pull out some wins, but I don't feel like it would have been as good as it was in the end and how it turned out. But it did show that you guys are still very much alive. Broad Axe is not dead. It's been 2 years since that last championship. I'm sure you've seen the video I posted of the Fall of 17 title game, Broad Axe X Dogs.
Yeah.
That was the last game of Marty Snook. That's still crazy to think about. But
That is crazy. It hasn't been that long.
It's been that long since we were at Marty.
Man, that seems like forever ago. That was a great moment in my career. A sad day because that was Grable's last day. That was Josh Kelly's last day. At that point, Big Sean had retired on me too. I lost all 3 of them at the same time. Now Sean's come back and played a couple games. That video sparked a little interest. Josh was like, "Oh man, I'm stretching out. I'm ready to make a comeback."
Hey.
But I think he's still hanging him up. I think he's still retired. We just had another one of our receiving corps retire after the spring game. Jameer Burnett
Real?
hung up his cleats the day we lost the championship game. So props to Jameer for a great career, man. Just an awesome guy to be around. Dedicated guy. Was always there. Very dependable. Just a great receiver for us for a long, long time.
Damn. I'll tell you, it has to be a long decade for you, Tom. You've been playing since how long now?
I started when I was 19 or 20, and I just turned 39.
Whew, 20 years almost. And honestly, I'll tell you, the one thing consistent in the last 10 years of it has been the X Dogs. And we were talking about how often you guys have met for the championship game. People forget how big of a rivalry X Dogs and Broad Axe really is. It's a very competitive game always. The two are the class of the WCFFL most years. There was a while there, 6 times in the last decade. Are you ready for a potential 7th meeting with Matty Ice for a championship?
We're always ready for a potential get-together with the X Dogs. It's so much fun to play those guys. It really is. I mean, there's probably not a bad thing I can say about their team. You know what I mean? There's nothing but respect from us to them and probably vice versa. Like I said, it's just a lot of fun to play them. We're brothers at the end of the day. The only team you can go pray with before you play and pray with after you play. And I'm not even that much of a religious guy, but I'll drop to a knee with them anytime. It's just fun to keep it between the lines and have fun playing football. At the end of the day, it is just a sport. We are just grown men playing a kid's game. So those guys are props to Matty Ice for playing for so long too, keeping good guys around. It'll be a dogfight. Win or lose, I think it's going to be close. I think the rest of the league will be watching, see what's going on.
I am really intrigued by that matchup on Saturday morning. Broad Axe X Dogs. No better way to start week 1 than to have you two face off. It is always a great physical battle in the trenches between you two. I feel like you're going to be in for quite the challenge on Saturday. The additions they brought in, I feel like this is the most loaded the X Dogs have been in a while in the Washington County Flag Football League. I feel like they're bringing in a team that's just as good as the ones they had back in the dynasty days they had up here.
Well, I mean, Matt's not getting any younger, so he's probably loading up the boat just like I am to make one last run at a championship. I mean, ADR set the tone. Everybody's out to get them. So if you're not building your team back up, getting younger, getting faster, getting stronger, I mean, none of us, later in our careers after we've been at the top, you want to stay at the top and you want to get back to the top. I mean, I hate losing more than I like winning. So, and I'm sure Matt's the same way. Like I say, props to him for doing it as long, and props to all the captains for doing what we do and putting up with all these guys' bullshit all the time.
Yeah, they're fucking ass, right?
Amen, brother. Amen.
Oh, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all love it, but I
Yeah.
think that's the neat thing about the captains meeting is getting all the captains together, and we can, actually bounce stories back and forth to each other that, you're not the only one going through this. It's not easy being a captain. Everybody, thinks it is, and everybody thinks they are a captain, but they don't know half of what goes into it. Yeah, like I say, I mean, it's a fun day. Don't get me wrong. I was sitting right beside Sean at the captain's meeting, drawing our numbers out of the hat like we always do at that captain's meeting, and it was like, I drew a number, and then there was only one number left. So I said, well, that'll either be us or X Dogs. Well, here they were playing each other, and it was like, don't get me wrong, I love playing X Dogs. Didn't really want to play them the first week. I'll admit that much. I mean, I'd rather play them later on after we have a few games under our belt. But it is what it is. We're not going to shy away from it. We're not going to make excuses. It'll be fun. But yeah, would I rather play them later in the season? Absolutely. But like I say, it'll be fun. Well, it'll give us a good standpoint of where we're at. If we win, that'd be great. If we lose, we're losing to a good team. You know what I mean? We're back at Marty Snook, so we're ready to party a little bit. We're ready to celebrate back at our home field. With that being said, I just talked to the park director today. Joey, I'm going to put it on you to bring the biggest sleeve of red Solo cups you've ever seen in your life. Hand them out like you're the mayor of the Marty Snook Washington County Flag Football League. Be everybody's hero. And that way we don't get kicked out of there for drinking too many beers. Because they don't want to see cans, they don't want to see bottles, they don't want to see the little smoke blowing either.
Okay. We got this.
I don't think that's too hard to ask. I mean, I'm ready for a Red Solo Cup party.
Red Solo Cups are in the thing. Now the question is, can Swagger bring his keg again?
No, Chuck. No.
No more keg.
Hey, as long as he keeps it concealed as possible, I don't care what he brings.
You know what
Perfect.
You know what we should do? Make a keg holder that looks like a big ass Red Solo cup. Put it
The problem is, apparently, the problem is not the people driving by. It's the sometimes you get the walkers that walk by with their dogs and stuff.
Right.
Who apparently are pretty high up people in the county that
I can see that.
have eyes and ears and can see right into the cars and.
Let us live.
Oh man. No, they can see into the cars. I totally believe that. And we do have the WCJFL located next door to us too, so there's gonna be a lot of parents coming by there, driving by during the daytime.
Yep.
As long as the games are going. Solo cups are definite. We can definitely make solo cups happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's too much to ask. I mean, after the last 2 or 3 seasons where we haven't been able to do absolutely anything, we were totally handcuffed. You couldn't drink, you couldn't smoke, you couldn't even smoke cigarettes. Hell, at a school you can't even chew tobacco. So, I'm not going to say I want it to be an all-out party out there, but we can relax a little bit and get back to having some fun.
And I feel like that's the thing we need to do is, as a league, get back to having fun. You mentioned the last 3 seasons, we've been very constricted. Don't get me wrong, the South was a bit of a free-for-all at times. It really was a free-for-all. That was probably where we were at the most out of control.
Right, right.
But then you look at Northern Middle, and Northern Middle was uber strict about the rules we had there. We went to Greencastle, where we had to abide by Pennsylvania, who's arguably more strict than Maryland is about laws. And so it's something we had to play safe. We couldn't drink or anything like that. Now we're back in Marty. We can do what we used to do back in the old days. Tom, you always say you got a Miller Lite ready for anybody after the game.
You know it. I have a whole cooler full.
And I'll be there. Unfortunately, I'm drinking Miller Lite right now.
Bush. I guess if you can't eat it, you might as well drink it, Joe.
Oh, got me on that one. I'll give him that one. But anyways, Tom, you got any other words for the league right now? Aside from that, any big news? I mean,
Nope.
is this the 50th fall season, right? We got any big celebrations planned?
Not that I have up my sleeve. I mean, I'm just excited to be back at Marty Snook. Man, I was so pumped last spring, and then the rug got pulled out from underneath us. So, I still got my fingers crossed that doesn't happen again. That we're good to go. Which I just talked. I just paid the money for the field today, so we are good to go.
Awesome.
There's no worries there. I pray that we don't have, freaking hurricane coming at Florida right now. I pray that none of that shit affects our season. Last thing I like to do is make judgments on rainouts and crap like that. I wish everybody a happy and healthy season. Wish everybody luck. Let's just remember it's about football and having fun, guys. I mean, I know we're all competitive, but at the end of the day, we're all brothers out there. Let's go out and have fun, represent our league, and just play the game we love.
All right. And I think that's the plan. It's going to be a great weekend. An excellent Labor Day kickoff. Oh, my goodness, dude. That schedule is lit. That is fire. I'm waiting for the rest of it to come out. I'm curious about that, how the rest of it will play out. Everybody plays each other, right? That's my only question.
Yeah, everybody will play 8 games, and you'll play everybody once.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to hear. That's good.
And it's actually, a perfect schedule because I think most teams have like 2 bye weeks, because only 8 games and we have enough time. So it's going to be nice, man. It really is. We got 9 competitive teams. Like I say, you play everybody once. So, I mean, it's good. It'll be a good year, I hope.
I think it will be. Only other question, is there an A and B bracket, or are we back to just league championship?
Yes, with 9 teams, it'll be A and B, so it'll be 5 and 4, one way or the other, depending on the 5th place team. If the 5th place team has a winning record, they'll play in A. If they don't have a winning record, they'll play in B.
Okay, I like that. I'm actually kind of okay with the B bracket being back this season. I feel like it could be good for the lower teams, especially the Spartans and Railroaders trying to build themselves back up in order to get them back to where they need to be. If something says a goal towards. Don went to 3 straight title games, maybe the 4th time's the charm for him.
Could be.
We'll find out. And there is that possibility you could see an established team like Programmer Ruckus or even Warriors or maybe Broad Axe in the B bracket, Tom.
Stop it, Joey. Stop it. 4 seed. You got to be shit, man.
If you get a win, you'll be number 2 at the very least.
Well, I hope so.
Go for it, man. You guys got this.
I missed your power rankings. So it's ADR, X-Dogs, Warriors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ross must be giving some mean head there tonight.
Oh, shit. I had nothing to do with it.
Right, Ross, right.
Tell him, Joey. Tell him. Even when you said 4, I started.
Oh, my God. So who's 5? Ruckus or Program?
5 is the Program.
Ruckus is 6.
Knights are 7th.
Okay. Spartans and Brunswick.
Brunswick ahead of Spartans because Spartans have a longer losing streak wise than Brunswick does because they haven't won a game in 2 years, technically speaking.
Well, they're, kind of like a new team. I don't think they're the same.
They're definitely way different.
Same Don Brown, but different Spartans.
We'll see how it goes. Looking forward to this season. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, Tom. 10:30 a.m. Broad Axe X-Dogs. The rivalry renewed once again. I'm excited. That's going to be a great game.
Yes, sir, Joe. I'll roll in about 10:25. Shoes untied, ready to roll, baby.
And you know I'll be there bright and sharp at about 8:30 in the morning. Just excited to be back at Marty Snook.
Hear that?
It's Christmas, Ross. All right. Thank you for joining us once again, Tom.
All right, boys. Have a good night. Raw, stay off your knees. Rankings are over. You can stand up now. Love you, buddy. You guys do a great job. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
See you guys.
See you, Tom. Hoffman joining us. I have a request. Oh, wow. Perfect. He requested me instead of me requesting him. So, like, I'm able to hit accept instead of trying to find the name to add. Perfect. Wonderful. Ruckus is 6. Yeah, you should come back, Orsini. You've been dodging smoke for, what, a year now? 2 years? Joining us now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Headphones, man.
What's happening?
You got headphones?
Yeah. Let me get them.
Yeah, put those on. Disconnected for a moment. We'll have him back on in a second. That's my fault. I got to give instruction on that. I usually forget at least one thing a week. He is going to be joining us in a moment. As soon as he has his headphones set. But going back to Tom Hoffman and Broadax, I feel like I said this team could be interesting this season. He seems pretty confident in his new quarterback. That's either that or he's got really good coach talk.
He is right, man. He has a way of finding quarterbacks that just kind of land in his lap.
Yeah.
They just kind of land in his lap.
But when you look at the way Broadax does things, it's understandable why they land in his lap like that. Tom runs a very successful organization.
Correct.
Broadax has been around since 1992. They've been dominant in that span. They've won several league championships. And if you're a recruit...
Wait, what? Sorry, I fell asleep. What'd you say?
All right, you're tired of hearing about it. Let's try this interview again. Take 2. But looking forward to Broadax X Dogs on Saturday morning, 10:30 kickoff. I'm stoked for that game. That's always a good one. Take off that Raiders jersey? Do you really want me to take my shirt off right now, Kevin? I mean, we're a very vulgar show at times, but, like, that might be going a little too far. I always need a beer, man. If you got a beer, grab me one. Connection's not working at the moment. Let me X that out. Lie, if you're there, let me know. He was looking for headphones at last. But I'm looking forward to what Broadax has this season. Looking forward to what the X-Dogs game brings to the table. The Dogs themselves, a great spring. That game itself is going to be wonderful. Like I said, 10:30 kickoff, Broadax X-Dogs. If you want to know what the Washington County Flag Football League is all about, it's that game itself. It's that rivalry itself. For the last 10 years, the WCFFL has been up about those two teams. And while ADR has taken over the last few years, they have not quite reached the full success that Broadax and X-Dogs have reached. You take a look at the fact that they have 2 straight championships, could have had a third, but they don't have the 4 that the X-Dogs had to start the decade out. And they don't have the 7 in a row, or 9 in a row, rather, I should say, that Broadax had during their run. But could ADR, Ross, be on the verge of building that to that kind of run?
I don't know.
You don't know? I like the opinion, Ross. Thank you. But we shall see. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm going to try to get live back on. If not, then I might have to move on to the next one. Oh, did he request? Joe Aloisi. Okay, we'll try this for a second. Does he have headphones is the question. I mean, I did need a Spartans rep. I did ask for one. Don said he was a maybe. So let me ask you something. Who do you think's going to win between Spartans and Knights? I don't do that till later in the show.
Yo,
Aloisi.
can I borrow them headphones real quick? For like 5 minutes. You got an extra pair? No. Damn. Bro, what's the sound quality like? I ain't got headphones.
Enough for me to kick you out.
Damn. All right. Got
Joe, you know the rule, bro. You know the rule. You know what? Who I got? Who else I got? Who else do I got? Who else I got? Nobody? Ross, where are you at? You vanished. I'm about to call you in, Ross. Oh well. Eloise, yeah, I agree. They do. He does suck, Damien. Ross is in the kitchen. You are correct, Boone. Good guess. Decline call. Okay. All right. Improvising. Anybody trying to call in right now? I had. But anyways, I'm excited to be back at Marty Snook. Lie, you want to try again? I'm going to try to lie again. Perfect. We got it to work this time.
Yeah.
All good, bro. All good. It was your first time on. At least, like, you're not like Aloise, who already knew the rule and didn't bring one on.
Yeah, my bad.
It's
What's
all
up, though,
good.
Joey?
Yo, man, I'm excited for this kickoff on Saturday. I'm excited for you guys this year. I feel like if you get that offense revitalized a little bit, there could be a run the program can make. What are your thoughts going into this season?
Yeah, man, that's the plan. Same defense, top 3 defense perennially, but switched it up on offense, man. We got a new quarterback in there. Ricky's going to be in there, so we're excited about it.
So that's confirmed. Ricky Miller will start on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So my next question is, what happened to Adam? Is he still on the team? Is he gone? What's the status on him?
He's not playing with us this year. He said he's taking a break from football, so that's all I know.
So he's okay. I mean, football takes a lot out of the body. I understand that. So hopefully, I wish the best to Adam. Hope to see him again next spring. But I'm really excited about what you guys have in the fall now. Ricky Miller, a quarterback, that defense. I feel like there's a lot of potential to this program team. And Brunswick on Saturday is a great warm-up game for you guys. But is there anything you're concerned about going into that one?
Nah, not really. I mean, no concerns. We just need to show up and play program football, and we're going to see what this offense is talking about. But, nah, no concerns, really.
So you got Ricky. Is there a chance you'll see more of a Top Gun-esque offense on that team, like a Ricky to Gary connection?
It's gonna be a mix. Yeah, it's gonna be a mix. It's not exactly a Top Gun offense, but it's Ricky's offense. You know what I mean? I gave Ricky the keys, and I was like, man, do your thing. So Gary is definitely going to be in the mix and with new athletes. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm really excited for that. Did you catch the stat I mentioned earlier? Brunswick has never scored on you guys in 5 games.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man, we got some shutouts, man.
90-0 is the total of that. That's the one thing about you guys that's been consistent all these years. No matter what, it's been the defense. The defense has always came to play, no matter how bad the offense was. And I've seen the offense through some bad times. I saw it through this fall of 17 when you guys had CJO the QB and you guys couldn't get anything going on the line. The O-line struggled, but the defense still always had a fight. I remember you guys almost beat AF in that fall.
Yeah, man, death row, man. That's program football right there. Is defense defense is going to win the game. We just need the offense to keep us in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, this year is going to be a different look though.
You mentioned Death Row. The question: Farmer has retired, so who comes in to take his place, if anybody?
We got some options. We got some guys. We flew in some guys, but we'll see. I mean, the roster is in flux right now, honestly, and we're pulling it together. But offensive line is one of our concerns. We'll see how that goes. We got a mobile quarterback, so we're not too concerned. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a solid starting offensive line, but we're always looking for depth, though. We're always looking for depth.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think your offensive line has actually become one of the strengths for this team. I feel like it's been good the last couple of seasons. It just felt like the problem with the offense was that once Adam got figured out by a lot of defenses, there wasn't much of an adjustment to be made, and I felt like that's when the stagnation started. And once that happened, you guys never recovered back to where you were last spring. Defenses started picking up on the tendencies, and I felt like in the end,
that's it, man. Yeah. You gotta switch it up. Yeah, that's exactly it. And then I mean, it was that combined with the fact that we lost some athletes. Our deep ball was our weapon, and so once that was figured out, that combined with the fact that we lost some athletes, we lost a few deep threats. Our offense definitely got stagnant, and man, that's why you need a mobile quarterback. And 7-on-7, 9-on-9, flag football in general, a mobile quarterback is where it's at. You know what I mean?
I agree, and having that mobile quarterback really helps out. And that's no disrespect to Adam. He was the type who showed mobility at times. He could swing the ball deep. But the thing I noticed as time went on with him was that his mobility declined, and that really hurt him because against better defensive lines, he was suddenly just stuck.
Yep. Yeah, man. Listen, Adam was a great quarterback. Adam threw a great ball. But like I said, I think mobility is key in flag football. So
I feel like that's going to be really helpful, and I think this program team has a lot of potential to be better than they were last season. I felt like I said, Ricky during that one day with Broadax and Warriors showed a lot more spark on that offense than I had seen all season from you guys. That team looked like the team of old. You guys almost beat Broadax in that game. You guys should have had him. You guys had him in the end. And then you came out against Warriors and punched Ross and them right in the mouth and stunned them when they were riding high at the time.
We talking about this last fall season? I'm sorry, this last spring season?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I missed that whole season. I got to catch a couple of the games, the ones that you broadcast, but yeah, I heard some good things. That's why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited about Ricky. And then I also got to see Ricky firsthand when he and I both played with Ruckus in the tournament up in PA. So I know what Ricky can do.
Those games.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ricky won us some games in that tournament. So I know what Ricky can do, man. And he played with the program before, don't forget. Like, he played with the program before. That was our mistake the last time he played with us, was not putting him at quarterback. So I'm definitely excited to see what he looks like.
I'm excited to see what he looks like too, and I'm really excited for this program team. I feel like it's their best team since the spring of 18 coming into this season. There's a lot of potential there, and I ultimately feel like come November, it's going to be interesting. That's for certain, especially with Ricky at quarterback. He comes out there and balls in the big games, and with that defense playing as well as they always have, I can tell you, program's a top 5 team for sure.
Hey, so what's your power rankings again? Because I missed it. You said top 5, man.
I got you guys at 5th, actually. Do you want the whole rankings, or do you want?
Yeah, let me get the whole. Yeah, let me get the whole ranking.
Okay, so we had Spartans at 9, Brunswick at 8, Red Knights at 7th, Ruckus was 6th. You guys were 5th, Broadax 4th, Warriors 3rd. 2nd, I had X Dogs, and 1st ADR.
Last time we played Broadax, who won that?
Broadax. You guys have never beaten Broadax, actually.
Yeah, we beaten Broadax. I'm pretty sure we beaten Broadax, I thought.
No, I looked it up. There's no wins against them.
I got to go back.
You guys could. I feel like this season you guys could beat them.
Yeah, it's definitely possible this season. Man, Joey, you sure?
I'm sure, man. You guys had them last season on the ropes, but just couldn't finish the job.
Mm. All
It's been
right.
close. You guys were close, though. I think you guys could do it this year. It'll be curious to see what happens when you guys play them later on.
If I find that, I'm posting it, man. I
Let me
thought
know.
otherwise. I'm surprised.
I can actually name. I don't think they have either because there was that 40-game winning streak, and then now they did struggle last year. Broadhouse was pretty bad last year, but they didn't play the program last year. They actually went a whole year without playing you guys.
Okay, so you said Broad-X was who? Broad-X was what, fourth?
Yeah,
X-Dogs was third.
Warriors.
Oh, Warriors.
Yeah,
Ooh. All right.
if they bring out the team they had come playoff time that gets ADR, they could really make a run for it.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Second,
It's going. It's. I'm pretty sure second you got who you got second?
X Dogs.
Okay, that's what I thought. Second you got X-Dogs and then ADR, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did we beat X-Dogs last time we played them? Maybe it was X-Dogs I was thinking about.
You did beat X Dogs last fall, first game of the season.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it was a 10-0 game. I remember that.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a competitive season. We got some good teams this year.
I think so too. I think it's going to be a strong season ahead.
Yeah, I'm ready to
But-
work.
I'm ready to see you work.
Whoa. Pause.
No. Oh, no, you guys.
I'm fucking with you, dog. Fucking with you, man.
I know you fucking with me.
Programs never beat all that.
What do you say?
He said program's never beaten Broad X.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'm mistaken on Broad-X. It was X-Dogs I was thinking about.
You guys have beaten them twice. I know that. You did get them twice. Once in 16,
And
once in 18.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, man. Damn, we never beat Broad-X. Okay. That's good to know.
Motivation?
Indeed. Indeed. But
And
we
we'll
all
see
trying to
what-
we all trying to see what's up with ADR though. They set the bar. So we really trying to see what's up with ADR. We gonna be in the mix this year. Man, they gonna be tough. We gonna be in the mix this year. They got Boone. Boone coming out there this year.
What's that?
Are they gonna have Boone this year? He's coming out there, right?
Yeah, they had Boone. They should have
Okay,
Boone.
so-
No one told me.
Man, they got
If
Boone.
not,
They going
then who?
if they got Boone, they gonna be all right.
I got a job for it.
I think they'll have the usual suspects. I think the biggest difference of ADR is they won't have the trenches they had back in the spring. They had a lot. They had Kensler, Brady, and Chili back in the spring, and from what I've heard, all three of them are on X Dogs now. And with that, that's going to be a whole other ball game.
ADR got athletes though.
They got athletes, but you got to remember the one thing that killed them and Marty Snook 2 years ago was the fact that they lost against X Dogs in a game where the athletes got slowed down by a muddy field in a mid-November rainy day.
Yeah.
I feel like I could come to bite them come November, but for you guys, as for program, I feel really good about your chances this season.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, we working. We gonna see what's up.
And we'll see what's up indeed as program takes on Brunswick at 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Live, thank you for joining us again. We're glad to see you back on the field.
Appreciate it,
I'm
man.
excited. We'll have you live, 9 a.m. program, Brunswick. It's going to be a good game.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for joining us.
Who Dante Pell wants to be in, but Aloisi actually has dibs on terms of Spartan players. And he has headphones too.
Yo, yo.
Yo. What up, Aloisi?
What up, dog? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. I'm on my third beer. I had about, 10 hits in the garage earlier, and it's football season, so I'm really feeling happy right now.
I feel you, yo. I can't wait for Saturday.
I can't wait for Saturday either. It's been a long time coming, and I know you're excited to return to the field too in Washington County. It's been a
Oh,
year.
oh yeah, it's been a year. It's been a little less than a year, but yeah, I'm ready, man. Got a nice little squad around me this time. We about to come out. I know you put us at ninth because we're a new team, but we're not gonna make the B bracket, bro.
You're
I'll
not going
let
to
you
make
know
the
that.
B bracket? I mean, what bracket are you
I'm
going to make then?
Hey, I'll let you know that right
Nice
now.
little
We gonna be top 5, bro.
top 5.
Top 5, bro. Mark my words.
All right. Joe Aloisi said on this day, August 28th, 2019 at 10:23 p.m., Spartans are a top 5 team.
Yep.
I've heard some ludicrous claims before, but like this is okay.
Right? I'm not
No,
talking
I'm
too
kidding. I'm
crazy right
kidding.
now.
I love the confidence. I love the
Yeah.
confidence.
But I'm ready, man. I can't wait to play.
I
What'd he
can't wait to
say?
see you play, man. I'm excited to see the Spartan team out there.
Yeah. And we got Red Knights first game.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a nice game. We might have fun.
The Red Knights have been a thorn in the Spartans' side ever since the Spartans joined this league the first time around. I told you the stats earlier. 3 games so close, and then the last time they played was the death of the Spartans. Can you redeem Don Brown and the Spartans' legacy?
I got him. I got his back. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Don, he knows football. He knows what he's doing. We got a nice squad. And I feel like it's just gonna take a few games for us to get rolling because we haven't played a real game together yet. We had a scrimmage against Broadax. It was cool. It went pretty good. You feel me? Especially for not having any linemen. But I think the first 3 games of the season are really gonna be the test for us.
I think so too. Especially coming out with, I think Red Knights is a good starter game for you guys. It allows you.
Yeah, so do I.
What is your first 3 games?
I don't know. Have they made the schedule yet?
He just said, I think the first 3 games.
I think he's just speaking in general, Ross.
Yeah, I'm just talking in general, bro. I think because I feel like within 3 games, 3 weeks, we should be able to gain some type of chemistry and momentum. Like 2 is too small, and 4 or 5, if it takes us that many games, you feel me? I mean, it's gonna be a long process. But I feel like by week 3, we're gonna be a problem.
I think you guys have potential. I mean, I know some of the players you got. Can you confirm the quarterback situation? Who is playing Q?
Who do you think is playing Q?
So my rumor mill was telling me Keenan Pooler.
I'll confirm that.
Keenan Pooler's playing Q. Hey,
I'll confirm it. That's
did beat TNT when TNT was running wild in 2017.
I'll confirm that.
Okay. Jazz
And,
Harris
but,
is on the team. I've heard that, which I'm really curious about seeing.
That is true, but
That's a big
yeah.
threat to have. That's a big, big threat to have.
And you already know who's on the defense. You got me and Sean. Us alone is a problem. You saw us on Brunswick. We were holding it down. And we got some other key pieces too. We I mean, you know, we had to reach into Baltimore and recruit some. So got some people coming from the Owens Mills League. Got some people coming from in Baltimore. So it's gonna be
from Owens Mills.
That's a surprise. I can't give that away.
What are you guys going to bring them? Hold on. The Tri-States, the Keystone Spartans, rather, brought in guys from the Renegades. Are you bringing in some Renegades this time around?
You're just going to have to wait and see. I'm not giving that away. I already confirmed the quarterback situation, but I can't expose everything. Some things just going to have to wait till Saturday.
You got a lot of tricks up your sleeve, Eloise. Yeah, I like that.
It ain't really tricks. It's just, I feel like it's kind of smart. We're a new team. A lot of people, but honestly, looking at the poll, we're not as underestimated as I thought people were. We split that poll.
Yeah, I'm actually curious where that poll's sitting at right now because that was competitive. Like
last time I checked, we were up 29-28.
Oh, I know it's changed since then because I saw it. I saw it shift earlier. I'm about to look
Yeah.
at it. It is. Spartans are up. Oh wow, 32-31.
See, it just keeps going back and forth. Yo, we split the poll, and I'm okay with that. Like, we're a brand new team, and half of the people in the league who voted got confidence in us, some type of way.
I'm pretty excited for that game. I feel like it's going to be a competitive battle. I feel like Ross, you got a good game to call, brother.
And bro, I've never played the Red Knights.
Never?
Nope. Because I can't remember when they played Brunswick, whether it was in the beginning of the season because I missed the first 2 games, or if it was after my injury. But either way, I didn't play them. And everybody talks about Andy all the time, and I've never even got to sit back there and try to take none of his passes.
You have an opportunity to on Saturday when you take on the Red Knights at 12 p.m. high noon at Marty Snook. Spartans Red Knights. I'm excited. This is going to be a good one.
And I'm gonna call it right now. Andy's gonna throw 3 picks.
Andy's going to throw 3 picks. That's your claim?
3, bro.
Easy is firing shots tonight. He's
3, at least 3.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna cap us to 3. If we can get more than 3, that's great. But at least 3.
Okay. A lot of good talk. I think this team's ready, Ross. What do you think?
I can't hear what Ross saying back there.
He's just making a facial expression at me.
And Ross, I got you with that cart still.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I do. I got it on me right now.
Did you hear that? I'm sure you do, man. I'm on my breath.
Hey, what time the Warriors play?
3 o'clock.
I'm taking this game.
Oh.
He's filming your game, bro. He's filming your game.
Oh, bet. Lit. Make sure you get some good footage of me, Ross.
I'll be right there on the field.
Make sure to capture his good side, Ross.
Yep. No, every side is my good side because I'm ugly from all sides. So no, I don't have a bad side.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's. I'm excited for this season. I really want to play. I really want to play Brunswick. I really want to play ADR. I really want to play the Warriors because I've never played them either.
First time for everything, man. And your first time on Marty Snook, too. You get to go see what the real football field is.
That's not true, bro.
Really?
A lot of people don't know I played with AFN. I caught a pick. Against Brunswick with AFN.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
that.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure it was AFN's first season.
So did they let you in because it was Brunswick, or did you start that? Were you a starter?
No, I only played maybe 2 or 3 games, but I only maybe had 1 or 2 series each game. Because you remember when AFM first came to the league, there was hella people on the team.
They were stacked, and they just
deep, bro. Deep as fuck.
No, AFM was deep in the fall of 2017. They had a really good defense, especially. That defense was pretty fire.
And then I also couldn't make games for work and shit. And I was like, honestly, I'm not about to keep coming an hour and a half out here to play 1 series each game. Like, that's a waste of time.
Nope. No, I understand that. Traveling's hard, and you got to go all that way for sitting on the bench is even rougher.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing what you and the Spartans have this season, Joe. Welcome back to the Washington County Flag Football League. Glad to have you back in Missouri.
Thank you, sir.
We look forward to seeing you Saturday at 12 p.m. when the Spartans take on the Red Knights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll see you Saturday, Joey.
See you Saturday, Joe.
All right, bro.
Aloisi joining us. He's very confident. Top 5. He's hyping up this Spartans. Mac.
I'm pretty excited for the Spartans, but yeah, where was he walking to that whole time? Like he was doing circles around his whole house. I got a little bit of a grand tour.
He's laughing about it. He's like, "You gonna do that? Hold up, I gotta get some light."
Now I see you.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Where's your headphones, man?
Oh, does it sound weird?
Actually, never mind. I don't hear myself.
But say I got an Android. You can't tell by the camera. That's probably because you got the iPhone.
No, I got my Android too.
Word. What's up, man?
I'm excited for kickoff. We're back at Marty Snook. Everybody's talking smack again. Everybody seems hyped up. This feels like some real Washington County flag football this season coming up, man. I'm excited. What about you? How do you feel going into season 5, 11 of Ruckus?
Yeah, I think so. I stopped counting. I left for one season, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
But how are you feeling, Damien, after the summer?
To be all honest with you, I really don't know. I've been at work during their scrimmages. They said the last one didn't go by too well, so we'll see. We'll see what we have. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll just rock with it. Either way is either make it to the A bracket or win the B bracket. That's how I see it.
Would it be the first time you guys won B? I mean, it'd be a nice little tribute. Might as well win something.
You know what I mean? I like trophies, I guess. I don't know. It really doesn't matter to me.
B bracket, A bracket, it's a trophy, you know?
Yeah, try to win. Whatever. You know what I mean? I'm worried about going to work. I'm having fun though. I can't wait to play. It's fun. It's always fun playing Andy. It's always a good time. I don't know what he has over there. Honestly, no one's been talking about the Red Knights. He's always got something up his sleeve. Some new players and stuff, so we'll see. We just hopefully it's not all them guys from his kickball league.
Man. Yeah, about that. It's dead. It's dead.
It's dead.
Yeah. I'm still a little sad about it. Still a little hurt about it.
I did it 1 year. It was pretty fun.
I love this kickball league. Oh my god, that thing was that was better than county some weeks.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have some people coming back. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. Hopefully this year. I think the people I see on the chat, and you know what I mean. Since the Raiders not coming, we got all them people back too. So I'm pretty happy about that. So it's just about
since the Raiders are not coming. Is that a hint? Was that supposed to be a thing?
I thought they were gonna. I was pretty much for sure that they were gonna be in the league this season.
I've heard that's something else that went around a lot in the summer. I was hearing about was the possibility of the MD Raiders joining. I can't imagine what that would have looked like though, because they're a mixture of so many different teams that how do you put a Raiders team into county?
That's probably why it didn't happen, because everybody you know what I mean, even I was hoping Brunswick wasn't coming, because I wouldn't mind having Nick on our team. You know what I mean? So
I mean, you get to beat Nick instead.
Yeah, but it's not fun going against Nick though. People say he sucked, but when you're 5'7" and 180 pounds, it's pretty tough.
No, I can imagine. You take quite a beating in those trenches, but you balled pretty well in Shippensburg.
But those are I didn't even take them guys were my size playing line. As soon as I took a step, I knew I was getting around them majority of the time. Their quarterback was probably one the actual one that can move. I didn't think he was going to be actually as good as he was. To tell you the truth, he's pretty decent. Definitely props to Devin for that. He definitely balled out. Definitely should have scored a few times. I was wondering if they were going to beat us, because our secondary be so suspect sometimes. But it is what it is. Oh shit, they're gonna give me shit about that. Whatever. If y'all see me on the sideline Saturday, you'll know why.
So that's confirmation. You're back on defensive line this year. No running back.
I just depending on who shows up, I get some carries whenever I guess like they need me and stuff. I don't know. It's always when it comes to offense, you know what I mean? Will's way faster than me, so he can. You know what I mean? I want them to start feeding him a little bit more if they can, because in flag football, speed means a lot, and I watch him literally run right past people as they're chasing him. So I'd rather him have the ball in his hand, and I'll play defensive end. That doesn't matter to me. Get my chance, get my little carries when I can.
Hey, I think the two of you together and throwing in Brandon Mike will make for one hell of a backfield whenever utilized properly.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they could definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was reading the comments. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was wondering what happened to you there.
I think it was one game we played. I think it was actually the Brunswick game before we played them in the playoffs that we three actually played running back in one game. But Dustin said we'll use it more, but no, I mean I'm just trying to win. That's it.
And I feel like you guys, I don't know. I'm a little worried about Ruckus. Like, I'm a little concerned about your quarterback situation. That kind of worries me to see what was a nice situation suddenly become one where I'm questioning all of a sudden.
Well, I really don't. Like I said, I got tired of going to practice and really not too many people being there. So, like, instead of switching my shift, I just worked and just got it over with. So I haven't been to the last two scrimmages. Everybody on the team had a lot going on, but you know, when game time comes, everybody's going to be there. So.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm never going to doubt the orange for 1 minute because you guys will always come out there and play. I just don't see this being a team on par with what it's been the last couple seasons. If you guys don't have it down at QB, I feel like the team defense, for as well as it does play, is going to find its own struggles if that does happen, where they can't move the ball again. You remember how it was during the season where you guys didn't have enough?
Yeah, I remember that. Defense can only make so many stops. Like, even who did we? It was a similar situation happened when we're played in that tournament in PA, because I'm still hurt from that. That was a long fucking day. Fucking
yeah. I remember you telling me how tired you were during the game.
Oh my God, I couldn't. We played the X Dogs. I couldn't even walk. Like, I don't even know why we played that game. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I was like, Matt sitting there running posts on us and stuff. I was like, this shit's over. I was like, just blow the whistle so we can go home. Because if we don't won that game, we would have had to play your team twice. Like, no, I wouldn't. I would have went home. I'd have left.
I mean, the first game was bad enough for you guys against.
Yeah, why would I want to do it another 2 times? Like, you know what I mean?
No, I feel
was
that.
not fun.
I totally understand that one, bro. I believe you joined in 2014, right? First year around.
I played with the Nighthawks.
Oh, so you were a Nighthawk back then. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a Nighthawk. I played. No, that's like they had a running back, but he didn't come to a lot of games, so I actually got to play a lot when I first started. And then that was the year Cortez was on. What was it, Ruckus? And then
he was on Ruckus, yeah.
Yeah, me, Yannick, and them with the Ruckus I'm the only one that's still there, so, you know.
So here we are 5 years later, both you and I. What are your thoughts entering your, 5th year overall in flag football?
I don't take it as serious as I used to. I'm just out there trying to have fun. The wins would be nice, but you know what I mean? It is what it is, especially when you got a team like ADR in it. Like, second, you know what I mean? I'm happy, with my, team and, the people we've had on our team and all that, from what we were to what we are now. We definitely deserve some respect, but fuck everybody. It is what it is. You know, call us fuckus, whatever you want. Look at the records. Look at the record book, bitch.
Hey, I will say, Damian, I'm currently compiling a list of power rankings for this decade. And doing the preliminary research I've done so far, Ruckus is poised to finish very high up there for this decade on terms of being a franchise.
Yeah. Dustin's definitely done a way better job these last few years. Seeing how everybody else doing it out there, actually asking people, going out of his way, asking people from Baltimore or West Virginia to join our team and shit. So shout out to Dustin. He's definitely came a long way. As a manager of a team, definitely. It's not a whole bunch of white dudes just running around no more, as you would say it.
That was my first impression of Ruckus when I
Oh
first
my
saw him.
God, you're not lying. Yeah.
That was my
Yeah,
first impression.
Oh my! I went back. I saw you post one of them games. I went back and watched one of their old games, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is horrible." But they were still scoring and stuff. They were actually like their first few years. They weren't that bad. You just had the prime years of Broad X and the X Dogs. But watch out for the X Dogs, yo. They got younger. It's not. You saw them at PA. It's not like you think it's a whole bunch of old guys. No, they got some ballers over there. They definitely do.
X Dogs don't die for sure, and Ruckus continues to be up there. You guys have been in the semifinals. You've been to the championship. It's just a question of, is it too late for this team to make a run to win it all? Do you feel like the window's closed, or do you feel like there's still a shot? ADR is pretty much taking over the league, and it's gotten to be to the point where one wonders what the gap is at this stage.
This man Marley said he can't get open. I remember when you jammed him, Marley. You learned real quick not to jam Derek. Gotcha. But fucking yeah. If we like I said, like if Derek comes and if Derek plays, which I'm not sure what he's doing, and I think he'll be there. If Derek plays, if I was the quarterback or any like type of captain to direct where the ball goes, he's getting the ball probably a good 40 to 50% of the time. Because of a slant, I'll throw it up to the motherfucker. Like I've even watched in tournaments. He sometimes when you have a person like that on your team, he's gonna carry you. He's gonna carry the team. And a lot of people don't know that. And sometimes I still wonder why he plays with us. I still wonder why sometimes. I'll be like, man, I would leave, but I'm glad he's still around. Fuck that. Let me be 6'5", 215, and he ain't throwing me the motherfucking ball. Get the fuck out of here.
Aren't you like 5'5"?
Yo, come on, man. Stop playing. Look, add that up. A little bit taller than that. Shit.
5'7"?
Yeah, I'm about that. Whatever. I'm shit. I'm in my head. I'm 6'7". Shit, for real. It's only a few people. It's only a few people I play against that I've ever like been like, damn, I really don't want to go against them. RoboCop and Roderick from the program.
Oh, I remember Rod. Oh,
yeah, Rod was nice.
Yeah, he did some video work too there for a bit. That was really cool.
Yeah, I remember when I was on the program, I didn't realize like that motherfucker was that strong because he like when he practiced with us, he always wore a hoodie.
Yeah,
yeah, that motherfucker's a monster.
He's something that's been a missing piece for the program for a bit now. Kind of wonder what happened to him.
I don't know, just Navy moving. I think he either moved or got stationed somewhere else. I'm not sure. I forgot what happened. But who was it? So who you think gonna win our game? I can't remember the last time we lost to Andy. Like I'm like besides, I think the last time I remember was the Hagerstown tournament when we played them.
That was actually a tie.
That's high, yeah. But Ocean City.
Yep, Ocean.
Yeah, it was Ocean City, yeah. But nah, I'm not sure. Maybe Scullion's coming back. I don't know. I'm not sure. If Scullion's not on that team, they're definitely getting that ass whooped. But I don't know though. Andy, like you remember them young guys Andy had on his team for a while? Like they were decently fast. The wide receivers. He had like 2, 3. Was it last year that they were on the team?
Something like that.
Team? when he first won
Yeah.
the B bracket. His first season, he won the B bracket.
2017, they won B bracket, and he had and it's weird. I look back at that game, and a lot of those guys aren't there anymore.
No, like he had like what was it? Damian Wallace, and what was his brother or something? EJ. Yeah, like he would act like, damn, he had some good players over the years. I just don't know what happened with all them guys. we know what happened.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's unfortunate, but it's football.
So when you gonna do predictions? What's up?
I will do predictions. Sure, I got one more guy to call in. I want to do predictions of somebody.
All right, where Ross at?
Ross is right
Where
to
you
my
at?
left. He's up to my.
Come here, Ross. You know I gotta say what's up, yo. You know I gotta say this to you.
Ross, Damien wants to talk to you. You two should have a nice, quick conversation while I step away for a second.
Don't make me come to your house, man. I'll jump in my
Don't make it. Come on, you guys need to talk. Come on. Is that true, Damien? Do you really want to play for the Warriors? That's what Ross said.
Man. I just treat everybody like if I hate on you, that's just me showing love, man. I'm just usually fucking with you half the time. But I really hate your team though, just because Tyler's on it. Like Tyler makes me mad sometimes, because he don't know how to shut the fuck up. Where is Tyler? He didn't show up.
All right, bet. Enjoy your summer.
Damn, Joe. Yeah, Joe, you got a jersey before I did, motherfucker. I got one now, but you got one before I got one.
Damn.
Yeah. I got tired of buying jerseys, man. You should see how many fucking jerseys I got. And Ruckus just got new jerseys.
Hey, those new jerseys are pretty tight, though. For those who haven't seen those jerseys yet, they're sleek. They're gonna look really nice.
Unless Andy goes white, I'm very sure we're wearing them. I didn't think he just bought them for anyway. Gosh. I wanted to do the Rough Rider R though. I thought that'd have been tough. Like, you remember how the Rough Rider R was? You know what I'm talking about? You freeze?
I think so. Yeah.
I thought you was frozen, Joe. You was in mood.
No. It's just a face I made. Actually, I'll tell you what, Damien. Let's do predictions, bro.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do predictions. Starting out, first game, Program Brunswick. Who you got?
I think that game's gonna be. I don't know, because Ricky can do shit with his feet. So I'm gonna give them. It's gonna be 14-0. But I don't know. Ricky likes to score, and if they're like standing around like they usually are, because that secondary can be suspect. They keep saying they got new people. It's some same hit in the woods boys that they've been running with. That they're not bad. None of these guys doesn't suck, but it's not bad football. So yeah, they're not they're usually waiting for someone to run into you. People are going to run right around them. But with Ian, I still say 14-0.
14-0?
14-0.
I mean, Brunswick has never scored on the program ever. 90-0 is the all-time result there.
Yeah.
That's 4 games. I think Ian actually will break that this season. I think Ian will get a score on the program. And I think it's going to be in the end, though. Ricky Miller is going to be too much for the Brunswick defense. I think the program beats them 21-6. I think that could be a realistic score in that game.
Yeah, no disrespect to Kenny, but I'll go slam at Kenny every time. And then they got a dude that weighs like 100 pounds playing safety. If it ain't, what's 88's name? If he's not there and he's there, I'm going right at him every time.
Oh, yeah.
The left side. Run straight to the left. Kenny's on that side. Kenny got hard, but
he does. It's
his
last season, too.
Oh, word. That's right. I forgot.
That retirement tour. I'm looking forward to that.
Hopefully it's not filled with zeros. Because
He
it's
needs
a
a
good
ring
chance.
before he goes.
There's a good chance. It's a good chance it is.
So moving on to the next one, Broad X Dogs. Who do you got?
Who you say, Broad X and X Dogs?
Yes, sir.
I heard about the Broad X quarterback. He's young. Yeah, I think I've seen him play before. I think he played in Ocean City with them last year when they went down. So he's gutsy. He'll make you miss, especially if you're trying to hit him. He'll make you miss. He's young. Oh, but I don't know. Matt and them look really nice. They look really good still. Even though y'all beat the crap out of them, they still look pretty good.
I think so too. I think it's the best team they've had in a long time. X Dogs.
Yeah, 21-7.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what we think. I think Broad X will come out and surprise X Dogs early on, but I feel like in the end, there's no other guests. He canceled on me, so it's just me and Davey. That's why we're doing predictions right now, guys. But
man, stop y'all complaining, man. It's almost over anyway.
This is it. This is the last guest.
Yeah.
I had a cancellation. All good.
Shit, half these motherfuckers talking like they gotta go to work and shit. Niggas be playing hella football games. Some of y'all do the fuck out of here. Niggas ain't going to work. Y'all niggas be up playing video games. Niggas talking about hurry up.
But moving on, like I was saying with the X Dogs game, I feel like in this case, Broad X keeps it close. It's going to be low scoring. I think in the end, though, X Dogs get just enough to win. 21-14, I'm going with them in that one. A close slugfest between those two, another classic. X Dogs over Broad X. Next game, Knights Spartans. Who you got?
Man, this man done recruiting niggas from. I hope they fucking schedules collide, and whenever the playoffs come, all the guys he gonna be like, oh, we're nice, and all the guys end up going down. Because there's like 2-3 tournaments during our season. It's the York tournament.
Yeah.
And it's what's the other one? It's
the Rhode Island.
The Rhode Island tournament. A lot of guys playing that shit. So if that happens, they're gonna be pretty pissed because we're not taking breaks during our. We got breaks, but I don't think they're like breaking for any tournament though. So I don't know. If Keenan's their quarterback, like there's no disrespect to me. Like his arm's all right. I've seen him play for Top Gun, the program. I've got a sack on him and against all them too. I don't know, man. I don't think he's that great of a quarterback, and they probably had other options that they could have went with. So I'm going Andy. Andy's a better quarterback. So it's gonna be over. It's gonna be unless Joe and them get a whole bunch of interceptions. Cool. Like they keep saying, like I like Sean Taylor. They keep saying like top 5 or shit like this. Like he's a great flag puller. I've never seen him get picks like that. Joe goes after the ball better than I think Sean does, in my eyes. I've played with Joe. I've seen both of them play. Usually Sean's more. He's going to create more contact. I've never seen him go up and like grab the ball or anything, like most corners do. He's more, I would guess, a run stopper. You would call him. He's probably gonna be mad I say that, but I don't care. People get butthurt.
So you got Knights in that one? No, you don't know?
I'm gonna give like, since even though they're a new team, I know they have talent, but if they don't have an O line, but will Andy have a D line?
Yeah. You
know what I mean? So I would say Andy, but I've watched Andy throw hella picks. Fuck. All right, Spartans will get this one. I'll give it to. They're gonna probably.
Oh, okay.
It's a great first test for them as a team, and the simple fact that they tied in a scrimmage. It was a scrimmage, but they did tie with Broad X in a scrimmage with no linemen. So they're definitely gonna win that game. Definitely gonna happen. We'll see.
All right, you got Spartans. Ross, who do you got?
Red Knights Spartans?
Yeah.
Red Knights.
Red Knights?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to agree. I feel like the Spartans coming out in their first game is going to be – they're going to put up a fight. I feel it's going to be a competitive game against the Red Knights, but I feel like in the end, Andy and his mind is able to overcome. And if some of the stuff I've heard about the Knights is true in terms of the guys they got, like I said, I don't say who it is, but if it is true, then I think the Red Knights could cruise in this victory. I'm going to go Red
Yeah.
Knights.
I don't know. I see like some dude that looks like he fights chickens for a living and shit, talking about don't worry about the nice D-line. nigga like fight chickens and shit, talking about don't worry about it. It looks like I weigh more than him. He talking about don't worry about the D-line. Boy, stop. Oh, fucking cook your ass.
Yeah, moving on to the next game. Once again, Ruckus Knights. I know who you're going to pick here, so I don't have to ask you. Ross, who do you got?
Rockets Red Knights?
Yeah.
I forgot the name played. Red Knights.
Man,
Red
stop hating
Knights,
me,
really?
You, who's videotaping that game? You gonna videotape that game, man? Because I gotta go to fucking work after that game. So
I got
need
that
something.
game.
All right, good looks. I don't want Ross to film that game anyway. He just gonna be warming up to lose. You know it's gonna happen because you're gonna have Fox. You better hope. I don't know. Fox is pretty nice though, especially against niggas in this league. He definitely nice in this league. But
He's definitely nice. I feel
yeah,
like this one,
go ahead, Jay. My bad.
I feel like this game is going to be intriguing, and it's tough to predict this one because if you guys come out with Lockhart, I'm not so sure the offense is going to be as effective as it was last year with Renner. And at the same time, I feel like depending on how the Red Knights do the first game could really affect the second game. If they lose to the
Yeah,
Spartans
you're
in
right.
the first game, that could really, really mess things up for them fast.
Well, I think Andy's definitely getting old as of mine, but I'm the last two games. So, we're going to beat him with Andy losing second game because he's going to lose to the Spartans, then he's going to lose to us. It's just going to happen. I'm talking all this shit. We about to catch his L.
In my personal opinion, if I were to go with what I trust more between you guys, I feel like I could trust Ruckus to win this game a little bit more. Andy has been prone to turnovers at the worst possible times in games the last couple seasons. The Knights' defense has not held up very well for the most part the last couple seasons. I feel like
But
Ruckus,
if you don't pay attention to that fucking Will post he be running, like I watched him, like that's how they scored on us, like the last time. I watched him and Scunyon talk, and I'm like, all right, here we go. He's about to run this
that's
post
another thing. You got to watch Scunyon.
right behind my fucking safety, because my safety is going to be try to cheat up and come down for the run, and everybody knows Andy doesn't run the fucking ball unless it's like usually a quarterback dive. So, like I don't know, new safety. Just hope you like shit. Fuck. I'm not gonna. I probably won't show up Saturday. I ain't gonna be playing.
Jeez, Damien. I'm gonna take you guys in this one. I just see more consistency out of you guys in the end, and I feel like that's going to be the key to winning it. I think Lockhart gets his first touchdown at quarterback for you all, if he's a quarterback. I'm guessing he is, from what I've gathered.
I'm not sure because in that tournament he did like strain his calf or something. He did something. He was out. He played one game, and that was against your team. So
Yeah. So
Damn,
it's not
that's
him
right.
then. If not him, and if not Renner, then who at this point? I'm kind of wondering about Ruckus.
We run that option with me, B, Mike, and Will. I wouldn't care.
Hey, that'd
We'll
be
do
beautiful.
something.
I'd love to see that.
I'm giving shit. I'm just gonna give Will the ball. You Will was on your team, right? Originally, Will Bray.
He was Survivors, yeah.
Yo, I keep telling people they don't know how to use that man. That man is so fast. Nobody, and he can stop on a dime. I'm like, just don't know how. That's how you lose players. You don't use them. Don't use them. Like he is extremely fast.
He is. He can be a burner when he
Yeah.
comes out of that backfield. If you guys can get that running game down, though, like I said, you all can win this game.
Shit,
Moving
Jay.
on. moving on to the final game now. ADR Warriors. Who do you got, Damian?
Shit, not the Warriors. They suck. We all know they suck. Tyler suck. Ross suck. Cam suck. Moat sucks. The whole fucking team. You Marley sucks. Justin Fox good. Foster. I'm gonna give the props to the white guys because I like them. Besides Ross. Ross suck. And Cam. And Shaw. Damn, there's a lot of white dudes on that team that start though. Damn.
Hey,
But no, seriously. I hope it's a close game. But ADR has shown that they can come with just random motherfuckers. The kicker can go out there and run routes too and catch touchdowns. They can go out there and shit anybody. They probably bring their kids out there and beat us. That's how it's starting to seem. Like they showed up with one time, 11, 12 dudes, barely a D line, and they still went there and beat the shit out. So we'll see. Them guys play a lot of fucking football. You can tell. I only got time for once a week. Sorry. They play a lot of fucking football. But they're good too. I'm not sure if they practice, but last I heard they don't. And they're still as a team, and they all play against each other, but they play so good together as a fucking team. It's ridiculous how good that is. They are.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you got them in that one, Ross. I know who you got. Me personally, I feel like ADR is too much for the Warriors in this opener. Yeah, they got Boone, they got Dame, they got the rest of the group.
It's your turn, Ross. We did it last year. That shit sucked. When it got canceled, our first week got canceled, and then we had to play ADR.
Not a good opener to have, from what history has shown.
They about to work y'all.
I feel like they're going to come in fired up. I feel like ADR takes the game in the end by about 2 touchdowns. I feel like Warriors have a fight early on. It'll be close. I feel like the D line for the Warriors could be a big key into getting the Boone and everything else. But with the speed of the receivers against the Warriors DBs, I feel like that might be a little too much. And I feel like in the end of the day, ADR takes it in a game that'll probably end up being 27 to, let's say 7 by the end of it. 2 or 3 scores it'll end. But the Warriors put up a fight early. You guys have a fight early, but I feel like ADR will overwhelm you in the end.
What was the score of the last game, the playoff game?
20-13, very close and very competitive. But I don't think it's going to be the same game. I feel like it's going to start out the same way, but I feel like ADR pulls away as the game goes on.
Yeah. What's up with y'all always with this almost shit? Y'all know almost just doesn't count. The game is won by, it could be won by a touchdown or 1 point. A win's a win. There's no such thing as almost. There's no, almost just doesn't fucking count. So it's either you win or you don't. Just like Brunswick almost beating us. They didn't. Y'all, Boonesboro almost beating fucking ADR. But you didn't. Almost don't count. It's either you do it or you don't. It's that simple. So cut that almost shit out.
He said almost. He said almost. No, he said almost. He said almost.
Oh my! I'm just ready for kickoff, guys. It's the season.
Nobody even said almost.
Yeah, you're right, Brock. Y'all did. I always give y'all props for that game. You guys came a long way. Definitely beat the shit out of us last time y'all played us, because it wasn't a game. Like, it was like, what? I think it was like 9 it was 9-0 at half. And then y'all ended up beating us 20-0. That was a horrible. I don't even like thinking about that. That's what this fuck the Warriors shit started. Y'all should have never beat us. I'll be talking shit all the time now.
Well, you guys play each other this season. But for now, you got ADR, you got Red Knights, we got football back at Marty Snook. Picking a fall season. I'm Joey Blaze with Damian Coates and Ross Collins. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you Saturday morning for a fun football frenzy here in the Washington County Flag Football League.
Yep, I'll be out there. Peace.
Peace.